The 2015 Patriot League Championship Leopards were 15 years in the making, and the recent success that the program has achieved under 20th-year head coach Fran O'Hanlon is just a glimpse at how he's coached his players to become better people on and off the court.
Leave it better than you found it.
Leave it better than you found it is one saying that O'Hanlon says a lot, and it's one phrase that his team takes to heart. Just before Swearingen began honing her craft on the volleyball court, she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 13.
Type 1 is something you're born with. There's no cure for it. It's not preventable. It's something you have to live with every single day. It's a lot tougher than it seems, and it really does impact every aspect of your life.
For the third year in a row, the Navy men's soccer program has teamed up with Anne Arundel Recreation and Parks for a friendly game of kickball. Just because Bridget Falcone no longer jumps to the bells and whistles of solo dresses, curly wigs, and theatrical makeup doesn't mean her feet aren't still compelled to make some noise.
I began Irish dancing when I was 4 years old.
My sister is Anna Taszynski.
My big brother is Joey Taszynski.
We'll be playing a game of horse.
Friendly game of horse.
For other people, it might be unlucky. For us, a Friday the 13th. You'd want to play all your games on Friday the 13th for us.
Last summer, the Terriers walk-on went on to represent Ghana and Glasgow, Scotland at the Commonwealth Games, a multi-sport event that takes place every 4 years and invites the world's top athletes to compete in 17 sport categories.
Both my parents are from Ghana, so I'm a first-generation American.
Back in 1999, Ryan Walsh was just a first grader when his cousin's Wantagh teammate Scott DeVerna tragically passed away at the age of 16. DeVerna wore the number 22, and in the 16 years since his passing, that number has not only kept the young lacrosse player's spirit alive, it has likewise created a lasting connection for the Wantagh lacrosse community.
To be able to carry that, to Colgate now, to make it not only just a Wantagh thing, but a Colgate thing as well, and to know that I wear this jersey for a reason and represent Scott, it's a big deal for me, especially for my senior year.
Bring your units to present arms! Present arms! It's a standard at West Point for cadets to be proficient in 3 pillars: the academic, physical, and military. Danelik's hard work in all 3 of those areas played a big role in her becoming the 4th woman to serve as first captain.
It's an honor and a privilege, and I feel like if I do a good job, it could possibly leave a legacy and set the future up for future female first captains.
I knew him since his first days here. When I first came in, I found out he was a football player from Lafayette, and boy, I was excited. But I couldn't utilize all his time because everybody else wanted part of Brad.
Hey Chuck, good game.
The Rumson, New Jersey native has lived a life of leadership. Still, this game offers the perfect window into the light altar cast onto the lives of those around him.
I don't know many people that do their hair like that.
Staring in the mirror, running his fingers through it. I refuse to go on the court looking anything less than my best.
Before the games, he plays with his hair and he says,
in the mirror to himself, not in front of us.
He says, play good, look good, feel good.
When Mecklenburg faces tough times on course at the academy, the memory of her friends Natalie and Amanda inspires her to find outer strength and inner peace.
Most of my teammates don't really know that I run for them here, but I do. It was their passion and love for running that inspired me.
She and our other outside hitter were both 5'8". It was the smallest set of outside hitters we have had here at American University almost since I've been here. And to make it that far in the NCAA tournament, I think there was only 1 or 2 other teams who had 1 outside hitter who was that small. We had 2.
It's a tall order for a Division I student athlete living on a traditional college campus, but Johnson is committed to becoming a leader of character.
When people ask me how I do it every day, you just have to have a goal. So my goal is active duty aviation or infantry.
The U.S. team has given Van Thoff the opportunity to hone her skills alongside the top women's lacrosse players in the country. While a Fordham Ram, Light has overcome some hard times at home. His father was diagnosed with ALS in 2012 and passed away from the disease just before the 2013 football season. 1 year later, in August of 2014, the Fordham Rams accepted the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge in honor of Dan's dad, offering their co-captain a heartfelt gesture of their support.
My name is Joe Moorhead, head football coach at Fordham University. We're here in support of Children for Charity for ALS.
Right now, we're studying this gene that we found in mice that controls learning potential, and we're trying to find this gene in chickadees. When you're younger, there's this period of plasticity where your brain can pretty much soak up anything, and you can learn different languages, and you can just learn very quickly, and then the period of plasticity stops. So this gene that we found in mice actually stops this period of plasticity.
We have the loudest band ever, so if I miss a bad note, nobody's gonna know.
Hannah's can-do, won't-quit mentality and glowing personality have outshined the fact that she has Usher syndrome, a relatively rare genetic disorder that results in a combination of hearing loss and visual impairment. At age 13, Hannah was diagnosed with this incurable condition that is a leading cause of deaf blindness.
That day that we found out she was deaf, you go through a grief. You know, your perfect child isn't perfect anymore. Now, seeing her doing what she's doing, perfect is your definition. Hannah's a perfect child in her definition.
His work with the Doctor Interns program is just one of his many service-oriented pursuits, but it's perhaps the experience that inspires him the most.
Doctor Interns, it's a nonprofit organization. They sponsor medical internships abroad, and they also fundraise for mobile health clinics and hospitals that they're partnered with abroad.
We decided to work closely with Operation Smile because those projects are they're so concrete. You can see the before and after pictures, you see the change you're making, and those changes really are life-changing.
And we got out and we took a picture by the sign, and there were people outside from Fort Gay, which is the town I'm from, screaming and just like, "Woo, Carol, you're here!" I'm like, how does everyone know her?
Her whole town loves her.
I really was excited to show them the one stoplight in Fort Gay, because I remember that was such an awesome thing when we were getting it when I was growing up, because it used to be a stop sign, but a stoplight, like, that's a pretty big deal. Like, we have a stoplight now. So I was pretty excited to show them that.
And we drove through it twice, so went through town, took about 5 seconds, and turned around and went back to our house.
And it was crazy, there's just like one stoplight.
And they're all like cheering for the stoplight, and it was a lot of fun.